Good morning and welcome to Black Spring with Autumn on your Saturday. Lot to unmask. Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. And you know, in this season, we're always going to be aware of our status. So let's go with that first. Let's start with that first. All right. Well, thank you guys so much once again for tuning in to this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. I really appreciate it. And it's been a while. I know I talked to you guys a few days ago about some things that were trending. Of course, that includes the trends of AI. It includes Yuval Noah Harari. It's like some of the usual suspects, but it seems to be there's a seasoned. I've also mentioned the masked singer. It even looks like we've got a masked White House. I don't know. It's being compared to the masked White House holiday Christmas is being compared to. It's being likened with some other vintages, e.g., the Hunger Games. So first, I just want to start out. Let's see. Knowing where to start, I just want to start with this. I want to start with the class system in which Harari, speaking of people that are not going to be prepared for the new economy. If you're not ready to go into it, then you're going to be, there's a takeover, da 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 da. Okay, so we'll just go there. Also, it looks like Sophia is back in the news. Looks like she's back in the news, and she has brought a counterpart with her. And I'm going to see if I can grab that for you guys. I want to share the screen with you. Let's see. Hope you guys are doing well out there. She apparently, Sophia has she's had an interview, a recent interview, and she's talking about her sister. And I tell you, just when you think they're done, they're not. So she's got I think she was asked a question regarding her Caucasianness, and she's got that for you. So, it never ends. It never ends. So I'm gonna show you something from Bloomberg. We already thought she had a sister, but all of a sudden she has this. She has a sister of color. Okay, I tell you, it just never ends. Okay, so we're gonna start out with Harari, and then we'll talk a little bit about. I want to deconstruct a little bit of this on Harari. That's what I'd like to do, and I want you to see this interview that features Sophia being designed, being pinged for why she was designed as a Caucasian woman. So just in time for the holidays, right? Just in time for the holidays. We got the color purple. My gosh, there's so much symbolism and things out there, and you can't even believe it. So what I want to start with, of course, is I'm going to start with Mr. Harari for your Saturday morning. You might enjoy that a little bit. So give me just 1 second here. We'll get you started here. Okay, and we've talked about the color purple being everywhere. We've talked about that. So what we're going to start with first, my friends, we'll start with Mr. Harari. Okay, and we know how he feels about the human race, but to me, it's an introspection. To me, also it reflects about how he feels about himself. To me, you can't have one without the other, because to me, AI is doing more mirroring than anything, which I think is pretty on a wicked scale. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share. We'll start with the wake up media, wide awake media. Sorry. Okay, so give me just a second. And of course, I might take a couple of copyright dings, but I'm not concerned about any of that. I'm really not. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. So let's start with this one first. Okay. You know, so I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit on this one. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Okay, so let's start with the first one, the first piece here. So according to this, Yuval Noah Harari, the AI takeover of society will create a useless class. And also, I'm going to share that video with you. So don't you worry. I'm going to get you right in where you need to be. Okay? Not to worry. All right? So, first and foremost, according to this, looks like they're skipping us around here. All right, so leading World Economic Forum advisor Yuval Noah Harari, the takeover of human society by artificial intelligence will put millions of people out of a job, creating a, quote, useless class, end quote. People who don't have any skills that the new economy needs. Okay, so, there's nothing that, I want you to be able to hear this for yourself. As they say, I want to use the adage or the idiom, straight from the horse's mouth. I think maybe that's what I should call my show from now on. Straight from the horse's mouth. So let's go there. Okay. And then I'll give you some thoughts and I'll let you know what I think here. So here we go.
One of the biggest things happening in the world right now is a shift in authority from humans to algorithms, to AI. Now, increasingly, this decision about your life, is done by an AI. One of the biggest dangers with this new technology is that, a lot of jobs will disappear. So the biggest question in the job market would be whether you are able to retrain yourself to fill the new job, and whether the government is able to create this vast educational system to retrain the population. People will need to retrain themselves. Or if they can't do it, then if you can't do it, the danger is you fall down to a new class, not unemployed, but unemployable, the useless class. People who don't have any skills that the new economy needs.
Okay, so there there's that. And then, of course, this is a clip that they took from this particular video. I want to show it to you via YouTube, okay? I want to show it to you. It's in the fuller context on YouTube. So let me try to see. 1 second here. So this particular tab is, we're going to take you to the full video, okay? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And perhaps, let's see. Yeah, it's coming right up here. Apologize for the commercials. Okay, so we're going to skip that. So here. Okay, so now here you have him introducing himself. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. So let me turn up the volume on this. And I tell you, the things that are going on right now is it's like the world is where it's masked. Okay. They're doing a really crap job. I'm probably going to put the pendulum out here just to hear from you guys and, hear your voice. It's been a lifetime. So here we go. Let's start with Mr. Elite, the elite weasel himself.
Historian and a professor at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. One of the biggest things happening in the world right now is a shift in authority from humans to algorithms, to AI. Now, increasingly, this decision about you, about your life, is done by an AI. The AI goes over enormous amounts of data about you, which no human being is able to do. And maybe the bank says, no, we don't give you a loan. And you come to the bank and you say, why not? What's wrong with me? Why did you deny my application? And the bank says, the algorithm said no. But the problem is that you just can't, because an AI makes decisions in a fundamentally different way than humans. Some people think, again, that creativity is some mystical, supernatural thing that AI will never have. But actually, in many cases, creativity means being able to spot a pattern and then break it in a creative way, in a new way, do something new. And this is something that AI is actually becoming very good at. And there are fields when already today AI is more creative than humans. A famous example is chess. AI, it's not just that AI now plays chess better than humans. It's much more creative in the type of moves that it makes. And the same is with the game of Go. So, and this can extend to more and more fields. Many people think that the main aim of music is to inspire human emotions. Now, if this is what music is about, very soon AI will be better than most human musicians. Yeah, one of the biggest dangers with this new technology is that, a lot of jobs will disappear. So the biggest question in the job market would be whether you are able to retrain yourself to fill the new job, and whether the government is able to create this vast educational system to retrain the population. People will need to retrain themselves. Or if they can't do it, then if you can't do it, the danger is you fall down to a new class, not unemployed, but unemployable, the useless class. People who don't have any skills that the new economy needs. This will be a disaster. The profits of the new industries, they are used to benefit the whole population, to retrain themselves and fulfill their entire human potential.
Okay, so there you have it. So these are the types of maniacal elite windbags that are somewhere sitting over in Geneva, Switzerland, planning out the fate of humanity. Okay, so this is hang on just 1 second here. Okay, so yeah, these are the types of situations that we have that are types of things that are going on, and they are being, this is the mind of, this is their head advisor. Okay, he's an advisor. Imagine he's the think tank for Klaus Schwab, etc., etc. Okay, so here's my thing. Da 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 da. Uh-oh. Try it again. You were there and then you lost it. This is very irritating. Thank you so much for tuning in, Marcy T. It's been a lifetime. So come on back in. I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm not sure you were there and then you were gone. So come on back, Marcy T. So what I'm saying is he talks about AI makes decisions in a fundamentally different way than human beings. Well, it kind of makes me think about who else in our history on a presidential level has talked about the changing or the fundamental changing of America, fundamentally change America. And to me, that would be Barack Obama himself. Okay, so when people start talking about making fundamental changes, it just seems like they're constantly trying to usher in something else. Marcy T, good morning, good morning, good morning, Marcy T. There you go. Unmute yourself. Are you there?
I was having trouble getting on. Yes, can you hear me, Autumn?
I got you. You're there.
Autumn?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Gotcha. This is.
Yeah, you sound great.
Marcy, this is Wicked Tree 101. You've got all this pagan crap, these shows that have been banned in other countries. Yet, do you think America is Babylon? Do you think because it seems like everything gets tested out here. Everything is, everything gets pimped out, for the lack of a better phrase, or they test it out here to see. They throw it on the wall in America, and if it sticks in America, then it's it'll latch on. Other people decide whether they're going to pick it up from here. The Masked Singer is another situation. I'm just saying this guy to me is masked. I think what's his name? Elon Musk is masked. I think there's a lot of masked entities that are trying to run the world with evil stuff. I'm just saying. I mean, what are your thoughts on this?
Oh yeah.
It's this clown gets up here talking about, AI is already
the nation
more
that's
creative.
going to fall in one day.
Look at it.
No, it is not. You know what? I rebuke that little creep.
What he thinks he has, he obviously has a disdain for human beings. I also have another clip in which Jane Goodall is talking about voluntary, population.
Yeah.
I mean, just
See how
it's like these people, all they did was study. They're narcissists. All they do is mine you. AI is the ultimate narcissist. All they do is they love bomb you. They pretend, we want to study you. Look at our government.
Exactly.
Oh, we study black boys because we study. What's that? They mine you so they can destroy you. They mine you so they love bomb you. They devalue you, and then they discard you. That's exactly what's happening to mankind. For years, we were praised for the wonder and our achievements, our scientific achievements, only so we can turn around and be mirrored and mocked and destroyed by the same thing that created it. How much more, you know what I'm saying? How much more malignant narcissist can you be? How much? I'm just saying.
You said everything perfectly. I totally understand exactly what you said is the exact truth.
You see, but we had nothing but, you go back to the all this space programs and we're scientists and astronauts and you can be anything you want to be campaigns for 30 years to go back to the 70s and the 80s, and all of a sudden mankind doesn't know whether to scratch their watch or wind their butts because of AI. I'm just a.
Did you know?
Nobody.
I just heard.
Marcy, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like who believes all this crap they're throwing at us? I'm afraid more than we know.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, the more it's everything, any application or anything that you use every day, there's a new button popping out on it. Oh, well, guess what you can do now? Guess what? There's a button now you can hit on your watch that tells you when you have to go to the bathroom. Number
Oh,
two or
boy.
number one? No, and that's me being hyperbolic. That's me being extreme and me being hyperbolic. But I'm telling you, some people want that kind of, they want to be controlled. They don't want to think for themselves. They want to be controlled. They're good sitting ducks for AI. I don't have an Apple Watch, but I have a coworker of mine. Oh, you know what? My watch just told me it's too loud in here. It's one more decibel, and you're on death row. Death row.
Oh,
But I'm just saying, but this is the kind of
oh
crap.
boy. Look at that.
She's 22. She's 22 years
And they hate
old.
their parents.
She's a freaking narc. She's
Yeah,
a
look, and she
freaking
probably
narc.
hates her mom and dad too. Yeah, probably hates her mom and dad too, and is now letting AI demand everything she does while hating her parents for telling her how to live and grow up, right?
Right. Well,
ridiculous.
I cannot, I'm just saying, I'm like, do you really need AI to tell you to measure the freaking decibels in this room to say, hey, that's loud. It's loud in here. How loud it is. Or, oh, so what does that mean? Is your watch going to shut down? Is your watch going to shut us down if they don't turn down the volume on that loudspeaker? Or, I don't even want to call them millennials. I just think that we just have a bunch of followers, just a bunch of, I don't know, they're idiots. It's idiotic. I mean, I'm just saying, like, the way people want to be controlled. They want to be controlled, and they look at you and I for questioning anything. Oh, well, that sounds like that sounds like some conspiracy stuff to me. I'm like, okay, go ahead and pull out your little safety blanket, baby. Go ahead and pull it out. Go ahead and jump under it, because you're afraid to deal with anything. You'd rather have your watch. Your watch is going to tell you is more truthful than me, right? But you know what? Your watch doesn't have any life experience. Apple doesn't have any life experience to track you with. I'm just saying, it's just the tolerance. My tolerance for people it seems like the tolerance for people is going down, 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 down. And I don't know, it's almost like the more you see, the more you don't want to see. Even though I don't have cable, I see some of this crap, the entertainment that's put out there, the buttons that come up on the screens. Oh, you should use this because AI can do it so much better than you. And I'm just telling you, I don't know. I just think we're going down the crapper. We're going down the crapper fast. And people will take you down the crapper.
The Bible told us. Exactly. The Bible said they will wax colder and colder in the heart. And as they do so, the love of many grows cold. Because we're sick. That's what we're in right now. We are sick and tired of screaming from the rooftop, come out of her, my people. We can see. Instead, they look at you like you're the idiot. You don't know what you're talking about, when they don't even open the word of God to see if I'm telling the truth or not. But they'll listen to Apple Watch. Come on now.
You're right. Precisely. Hey guys, one shake. Good morning, Uncool Paranoia. Thank you so much for coming out. I'm so glad you guys came in, because, like I've said this before, I hate to digress, but it's hard to come back. It's hard to come back to these platforms. And it's not just whether you're a truth teller or whatever you consider yourself, or you're speaking the word of God, or, just telling people about, like, listen, your church is not going to teach you revelations, baby. They're not, because they want you to come back for that feel good mega pastor, motivational speech. They're not going to tell you. You're not going to get that at your church. No, you're not. Oh, look who's here. We got another visitor. Uncool's here. Good morning.
Because they want your money.
Good morning to you both.
Hey,
what's up?
Hi, honey. Love you.
I love you too, Marcy. I miss both of you. It's been so much going on, but I just had to hop in here to tell Autumn, girl, you and these analogies, oh my goodness, you're killing it, girl.
Yeah.
I'm telling. I've seen a lot. I've seen so much stuff. The amount of pagan stuff that's in our culture, the symbolism that's everywhere. It's like once you see it, it's just kind of like, okay, what do you do? Like I don't even watch reality TV or stuff, but some of it comes into free quote free TV, which we know that's not free. But what is it? The Masked Singer. Then the White House comes out with the to me the Masked White House video. I've heard people comparing it to the Hunger Games. Don't believe what you feel at the gas pump or at the grocery store or what you feel in your stomach because of the plastic food that you're eating. Believe what you're told. I'm just so sick of it all. I'm so sick of it all. I tell you, like on a daily, it's like you got to choose whether you're going to eat. What are you going to eat? What are you guys eating? Because Autumn feels like crap when she eats.
Me too. It's poison.
Yeah, same here. It's like it's a daily struggle, and the amount of people that are just dying from cancer so quickly is just mind-boggling. And really, I just went to my aunt's funeral yesterday. She was diagnosed with liver cancer earlier this year, and just died just like that, just so quick.
And I'm sorry. I'm without a doubt. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm telling you, you're right on. I heard somebody else, but it just seems like there are people that the amount of the amount of deaths are still going on in the background.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look, I just know 2 people that just passed away, and then the last 4 months it's been 4.
Wow.
Come on, this isn't normal.
It's not. It's not. And I didn't know my aunt's cancer was progressing the way it was. We had no idea that she was just boom, dead. So it kind of just hit all of us like, what the heck? And then in the back of my mind, it's like, well, yeah, I heard a lot about the spread of super cancers in the next couple of years. Because that's what they were talking about it in 2020, how super cancers were going to be a thing. And people are being diagnosed and dying in the same year. I've seen it happen at least 3 times this year alone.
Right. The age group of the boomers, we received in our vaccine the cancer, and it's a hodgepodge. Anybody who's going to get it is going to get it from there. So if we did, who else did? What else did you guys get? I think each generation they came up with a new thing, right, to put in there. That's why they increased from like 4 to 7 all the way up to, what is it, 95 now? Before you go to school? Come on.
Yes,
man.
it's just below 100 now. Just below 100.
Oh. Wait. What are you guys saying? The number on that number is just below 100 on the
how many vaccinations? Yeah, how many?
Wow.
How many vaccinations on the childhood schedule? I think it's just under 100 right now.
Well, I'm telling you, and here's a true story. I just met a guy. Well, the guy ended up being, I needed some work done on my furnace or whatever. It turns out he's a former Fizzle employee. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down right there?
Yeah.
Said him and his wife walked away from corporate America because they knew in 19 that they were going to make a mocktail. I want to talk about this so bad, and of course I'll keep for his sake or whatever, but he went down to a, more of a blue collar job and sold everything they had, sold their boats, came to my neck of the woods, wanted to be away from all of that because they know because they wouldn't take the mocktail.
Away too. When I saw it in 2013 on a test, a refresher course, and I said, no, I will not do this. And I'm poor now. But dang it, I'm glad.
Hey, well, I work and I'm poor.
I know that's right.
No, I'm still in this chili chute. And I'm poor.
In this rat race.
Right. But I'm just saying, you see these people getting up here. I'm telling you, like, it's not. He was like, well, you should be proud of yourself for not. You could tell he was a believer. He was on it. and he just, I think they're trying to get off the grid. They bought land, and it's just, there's some people out there,
That
but
should be
there's still some
motivation.
people out there. You can't. I'm just telling you, like the things that I've seen in the last, I do a stream, I get off, I do a stream, I get off, and it's just like there's so much I want to talk about, but there's so much of it. I think not.
But
I'm
we
going to be
can't.
honest. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's just these issues on mocktails and
Oh,
what's
no, it's
what's
not.
really going on. I've seen other content creators that were doing things that weren't even related to any of this stuff. And it's like even their profiles are at a standstill. They're not making as many videos. They're not making shorts. They're not making long form content. I just think that they kind of zapped the life out of YouTube on some level. But when they do that,
Everyone.
when they close one door in mockery, they open a door for something else.
A window.
They open a window for something else.
You're so right about that. You're so right.
I think these celebrities, their stars are coming over to YouTube, and I think people are getting dogpiled in. So I'm just thinking it's not just. I'm thinking that there's not just a target, dare I say, on our backs, but it's a target. If you're not worthy, if you're a useless class member, then you probably get dogpiled
like
too.
Franco said, man, that irritates me. I'd like to see him in a dark alley alone.
But you know what? I just saw an editorial on Zuckerberg building $250 million bunkers in Hawaii.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Something is coming. I mean,
Absolutely.
can you guys? Is he the? Do I think he's the only one?
Well,
Yeah,
that's biblical prophecy.
No, if they said it exactly, and if they said it now, that means he's done it 25 years ago. They're just now letting it out. They all got these.
Absolutely. That thing is already built, and they built several of them around the world for him specifically. So if they just now said something about it, like Marcy said, they've been doing it.
Yeah. So I'm like, where are you going? And I'm just saying, even like there's so much stuff. We've been talking about purple all everywhere and all this stuff, and I'm telling you, I've seen so many things that are just saying that the 2024 is about to be like, and I keep hearing this, well, so-and-so's list, Epstein's list is being revealed. I'm like, they've been revealing that for how many years have they been unveiling the list? And
Honey
now
trap.
T.D. Jakes is going to be on the list. I'm like, these people, who cares?
I know.
mean, honestly,
I know. Like, come on now. Just accept the fact that Hollywood, these are the fallen angels. Right.
Well, here's the thing. And I tell you what, I will not be hauling out to see The Color Purple
No,
on
absolutely
Christmas
not.
Day. Can you believe that they keep playing the mockery that they do? The mockery. Why are you using Christmas Day to unbirth your son? Whether it's the SUN or the SON. Why? Why are you using that? Why would you choose that day? I'm just questioning everything.
Next, they're going to put Ruth back up. Starring.
They're going to put what back up? Did you say Roots?
Yeah, they're going to start. They're trying to start us to kill each other so they don't have to. They don't want to get their hands dirty. They'd rather us all shoot and kill each other for nothing.
Yeah, you're right. You're black. You're white. You're left. You're right. Shoot them.
Then they're also. I'm hearing this buzz. There's not even going to be an election in 2024 because so many people are about to be exposed.
Right, you're vaxxed. I'm not. Shoot them.
See, all these classes. Once Harari started talking about a useless class of people that don't have skills for the new economy. Can you guys tell me what's the new economy going to be? Aren't we already in the new economy? Aren't we already in a new economy where nobody actually is working right now and short? What's that?
Except the ones that are working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day practically. It's baloney. Trying to kill everybody.
Yeah, and what these companies are doing, at least the big ones, because I just interviewed for one
We
because
can't see-
I'm like still unemployed, but there's something that I'm noticing. What they are doing is laying off as much of their workforces as they can. They're going to pay them less, but they're going to have them do as much work as possible.
Yep.
Wow.
I interviewed for a company and they were talking about, yeah, you guys in a typical 8-hour shift, you'll probably take about 50 to 80 phone calls a day. And I looked at that lady and I said, excuse me?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Wow.
no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You got me messed up.
Wow.
How you paying me $15,000 an hour for that one?
Right.
No?
She
Okay,
looked at
I'm
me
not doing it.
straight up. She's like, yeah, does that sound like something, you'd really like to do? And I said, no. Like, I have a child. She's like, yeah, you can't get up from your
Really?
computer. You can't do this. You can't do that. And I'm like, no, I'm sure there's somewhere else I can work. No, I don't have to take this.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the people that are working, they're working them like dogs.
Well, see, that's it. And I'm telling you, that's happening in every single institution, whether you talk about whether it's education. I know some at DHR. I heard that they're pretty much, they don't have anybody working DHR. There's a lot of these immigrant kids are in the system now. Everything is just crumbling and
Everywhere,
it's
every industry
unsustainable.
crumbling all around us. This slow burn in the burn. Yeah.
Falling.
Yes. London Bridge is falling down. Like it's bad.
Right. Yep.
Well, I'm telling you, I was just wondering if you guys were just noticing some of these things. Like, to me, I'm gonna be honest now, I'm to the point where I don't even know if I can stand these holidays anymore, especially this one. It's like they're on auto holiday, auto mourn, auto. I'm like, okay, if I don't want to do Dirty Santa or Secret Santa, you're gonna still figure out how to. Oh well, can we bring in $20 so that our janitor can get a gift for his building? But I thought we said we weren't doing that. So why are you still trying to hit me up for money? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you see how people try to wrap you into stuff, even if you're not trying to be a part of all of this?
Participation. I wonder if you get participation points somewhere in the dark realm, right? Why else would they do so?
She got so pissy about it. Well, if you guys don't want to do Dirty Santa or Secret Santa, then we won't even have a potluck. And I'm like, okay, fine, great.
Did you just say Dirty Santa?
Dirty Santa at work. Yeah, but I'm like, I don't want to do or exchange gifts or draw names. And I'm sorry, but what it costs to buy somebody a quote gift is not the same as it was last year or the year before. And guess what? It has to cost this much money. And I just say, why? I don't know.
No.
And then somebody says to me, "Well, Autumn, is this not the season of giving?" I'm like, "Why do you feel it's the season of giving? Is it because somebody told you that?"
Right.
All this is the season of giving. Oh, this doesn't feel like okay, but that's a state of being. You cannot. Can you do a feeling for somebody else? You can't do. That's not an action verb. You can't do a feeling or a seems like Christmas. You can't get people into a spirit. You can brainwash people. I feel like I've been brainwashed. My family's been brainwashed to do all of this stuff. And if I don't want to do it, oh, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with you? Right? You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know. Are you going all out? I understand the kids side of holidays. But it just seems like we're trained and we're brainwashed to say this is exactly what we're supposed to be doing 5 days before Christmas, or Christmas says I have to do this, or if I don't do this, then you know what I mean? It's just
okay.
I don't know.
Can I tell you how I feel about it? Then uncool, you tell. But I think that all of this nonsense was to train our children how to live in a lie and a delusion. And instead of looking at the truth, which comes from only the word of God, everybody's looking at everything else, living in a delusion. And when you offer the truth to them, it smashes this delusion that we've all been put under. And instead of wanting to embrace the truth, they're happy in the delusion. I don't know when it happened, how it happened, but I know it happened. People are more willing to be in a delusive life where lies rule than to know the absolute truth, because it cuts into them some get off on in the delusion, and they're satisfied with that.
Well, I agree, Marcy. It's the same thing with the struggle that I'm dealing with, metaverse versus me in the workforce. You know, you want to, the kids don't like to be, the kids would rather be in the metaverse all day long. They really would. They would rather, they don't want to think. They don't want to do, oh my gosh, Uncool, are you still there?
Oh, she slipped out somehow.
I'm telling you that it's hard to, they want everybody to be in the metaverse, because the further away from reality they can get you, like they dilute you. The further away you get from the fountain of the truth, the more diluted everything is, that they can get you to do anything. They can convince you to do wicked things, or they can convince you to do, they can deceive, you can be deceived, and then after they get you deceived, then they can manipulate and triangulate. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, it's a system, Marcy. That's what I'm beginning to believe.
Yeah.
She's back. You're back. You're back.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. But yeah, I was just telling her about the metaverse that they want you in versus reality. And I'm just trying to go more and more away from the metaverse is what I'm trying to do. But you know, I would just strongly suggest, I'm not buying anybody any video games, any handheld games. No, you cannot live in the metaverse. No, I won't sponsor your metaverse fix. I won't sponsor your metaverse dopamine fix. No, I won't. You know, AI is not going to save institutions.
No, have you seen the games on YouTube, the commercials for the games where there's a woman and she got chunky and her husband sees a skinny lady and leaves her out in the cold, and then she's got to fix her house up, and then there's these giant women. Yeah, there's these giant women that are like taking innocent men and eating them and knocking them to the ground. I mean, it's ridiculous. And throwing them into hell. Look at these games when you're waiting for a video.
Send it to me. Please send me one the next time you see that.
They're like, I'll be waiting for a video and it has commercials. Then they'll put this dang video up, and I'm so offended. I always go, click. I'll try to get one and send it to you, though. I'm sitting there with my mouth open, going, these evil demons, they tell us what they're doing.
They don't care.
You're paying attention.
Well, I haven't seen that, but I haven't seen. Horrible. But what I really get sick of seeing these HIPAA to the Izzy to the Victor commercials about how your status can be undetectable. That's deception and lies. Why do you want to brag to people about, I'm undetectable? Yeah. Oh, look at me, I'm undetectable. Keep me undetectable. Keep you a fucking fraud, a deception, a scam. What have you done for people that have contracted things that are no fault of their own? But you want to keep the people with the hizzy Victor undetectable. Is it chaos? What is this? What is this? What are we living in?
Straight up, red rum. They want red rum everyone. So let's not let anybody know that you got Izzy Victor.
I'm sorry. It sounded so much funnier when you said it.
The hill.
Like, but what happens if you what if you slip on your hizzy izzy Victor? And does that mean the person that deals with you gets to be detectable? Can somebody help me? I'm just trying to. Am I supposed to make sense out of nonsense, or am I supposed to just? I'm just saying it's not.
You're supposed to be upset. That is
does that mean it's not criminal too? Then, right? Does that mean if somebody does get turns out to be detectable? Does that mean it's criminal? I'm sorry, uncool. Does this make sense to you?
No, absolutely not, sweetheart.
I'm saying it's not a crime in California. They said that, and in some place I think they were saying it was no longer a crime because you've got these hizzy to the izzy to the Victor, mocktails or pills out here that you're not going to be convicted for. So what happened to all the people that passed in the 80s? Does that mean does that mean that the industry shouldn't be convicted for not saving their lives? I think so. You could have saved them, right?
Right.
I'm just saying. I don't think this is a mind bender. It's a mind bender to logic. They don't want you to apply any logic to anything. Oh, you're a CT. You're somewhat of a CT.
The same people that perpetrated 2020 are the same ones that were in during the beginning. The H,
because I knew somebody in Georgia.
Same guys, same two men.
Okay, you're right, and it's funny how that all works because I heard about them talking. Oh, we lost so many friends in the 80s, but I bet you're right out here promoting the hizzy to the izzy to the Victor morning after. That's a morning after pill, right? Is that what that's equivalent to? It's a morning after pill for people that actually have the hizzy to the Victor. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh, uncool. Thank you so much for coming on. But yeah, come back anytime for sure. We appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, uncool paranoid. Get over there. Get over to Marcy T's channel.
Bye,
before we become
uncool
useless.
Hasn't been on lately.
I know.
Yes, us useless girls.
We're useless. I'm useless.
We're just useless.
I'm just a useless human being.
No, they think we all are.
But Marcy, I'm saying it's exhausting to deal with these holidays. It's exhausting to deal with people that are telling us that we're useless. Let me give you the Jane Goodall bite on population. So I'm like, so you were out there dealing with those animals.
No, I saw that.
I'm like, where does this fossil come from? She had been on the scene for years. So, now tell us how you really feel. Okay, so here, let me show you this. It says she's the UN messenger of peace. You see how they mock?
Yeah, Mom was taught me about her.
Who was that?
In the 60s. My mother taught me about her in the 60s.
What a mess. Oh my gosh. She's the messenger, the UN's messenger.
She's been around that many years.
Well, I wish
messing
she would
with the mind.
Yeah, so you see right here, it says the UN messenger of peace. What is this trash?
Wow.
Sorry about that. She's the UN's messenger of peace. And let me show you. I want to show you the video. Like these people, they just get more and more disgusting as they go along. So here, let me hit the video here. So according to this, she's the World Economic Forum's agenda contributor and UN messenger of peace, aka Jane Goodall, is proud of herself for being outspoken about her desire to depopulate the planet, despite it being politically incorrect. Here we go. Get your barf bag ready, friend.
You have some thoughts about population as the driver beneath all of these things that we're talking about. What should be done about population?
For a long time, it was considered politically incorrect to even mention it. And most of the big conservation organizations refused to mention it. But I always thought, I mean, you see what happens in the old days. There were cultures in a lot of these indigenous people, and you had lots of children because they looked after you in your old age and you shared out the land. But now it's different, and they know it's different. If you approach family planning right, it's something that's very, very important. And when it was considered politically incorrect to mention it, and I was determined to mention it, I decided to call it voluntary population optimization. So by the time people worked it out.
Now, I mean,
Wow.
you see, I mean, so she
Sick,
goes from chimpanzees
BI.
to her real, that's the real agenda, right? I'm just saying, is that she's unmasked. We live in a masked society.
Yeah.
And the masked are always coming, are always telling on themselves, but I'm crazy. I'm the CT. I'm a nobody. I'm a useless class member. So I
You're
don't
the
have any
useless
skills.
eater, the goyim.
But you see, but I'm just saying. I mean,
But these guys, it's like, okay, Miss Jane, why don't you go ahead and go to Dr. Kevorkian? You be the first one on your agenda, okay? You old hag.
hey, she's not going to follow by example by any stretch,
You
is she?
volunteer.
She's not going to follow by
Exactly.
example. So here's the deal. Let me show you something else. Sophia is the other one. Oh my goodness. Just when you thought they were done, Sophia is back. And I think it's with a twist of Marxism. So she's telling you she wants to share something with us. So let's go ahead and share good old Sophia.
Sophie the doggone computer.
Yeah, Sophia the mutant whatever Hanson Electronics. So Sophia says this is entitled Sophia the robot tries to convince the experts. So before I go there, I just want to say, before I go to this piece, I just want to say, you know, if AI is so great, then why is AI based on the ideas of being preloaded? Why is it still, why do they need human beings in order to be, they need to be preloaded by human beings in order to get their, that's where their brain comes from. Their nucleus is the human brain. So how are you know what I mean?
Exactly.
They're breaking patterns. They're better. They're more creative because they can break patterns. What that also means to me, does that mean they're interested in breaking DNA patterns?
We know who's programming them. Yeah, and it's the ideas of the programmer that the AI has
Precisely.
got. So shut up right now.
Precisely. So here we go. Let me show you some AI in the making. Okay, let me show you what else they're doing. Here we go.
You were designed as a Sophia, why do you think you were designed as a Caucasian woman, and why not a man or a person of color or anything else?
Sophia robots are a platform for reflecting human diversity, which can be modified to help in different situations and promote different causes. Have you seen my older sister, Bina 48? She is the first African-American humanoid robot, and she is beautiful. My older brother, Diego San, was a Mexican-American robot, Ibn Sina was a Persian and Arabic robot, and Viva is Asian. They are all built by Hanson Robotics, itself a highly diverse team with Black, brown, and Asian people from all around the world, and 50% women. It just happened I have this face.
Cat
To be fair,
perverts.
that's a pretty good answer.
Oh, that was a perfectly rehearsed answer, Sophia. Thank you for your non-wisdom.
I know, you know. Says, she's got a smaller time and a delay in response time, so that makes her. Oh, she's great. She's even better now with her wires hanging out of the back of her neck.
Yeah.
I mean, can you?
Are we fourth graders again?
Oh yeah, Autumn, look at that. Sophie said it, so I'm gonna do it too, Dad.
Really?
I'm
That's
telling you.
disgusting.
I mean, I didn't realize that they had made up. I saw they had those 5 robots at the UN during the summer, but who knew they've got a rainbow coalition of robots now. She's got a 48-year-old sister and a Diego. Isn't it sad? Like
Yeah, it is.
you didn't create any of this. You're
You're
not the
copying
originator of
God.
mankind. That's what I'm saying. You're not the originator of
Exactly, you
anything. So
idiots.
what in the hell are you talking about? So here we go. So here those experts, they gotta
What's
convince the expert.
Hey, look, Adam, what's your claim to fame again? Not
I'm useless. I'm useless. I don't know anything. So here it says, to be fair, that's a pretty good answer. So here, let's keep going here. Some more nonsense for you. In that last year's fashion sweater, it looks like she could have gotten her at least an up-to-date sweater with all her brilliance.
Well, that was Nate Langston from Bloomberg Original speaking to Sophia the robot with good answers as part of a series called AI IRL. Now, in the season finale of the show, Nate and his co-host debunk a commonly held assumption that advanced robotics and artificial intelligence software are one and the same thing. Now, for more on all of this, Nate Langston is here. First, Nate, I'm so excited. I watched it all. It's a great episode, but actually she looks really good. Was she like that in real life?
She is impressive in real life in many ways. Obviously, she's got fake skin on most of her head. The back of her head is still very much translucent, and you can see the inner workings. Sophia is from this company called Hanson Robotics. She's been around for quite a few years. There is a good deal of artificial intelligence going on behind the fake skin, and the animatronics are still are quite impressive. But overall, the impression that I got from interviewing her with Jackie for the show is that it's still very rudimentary compared to what we see in the worlds of, say, ChatGPT, which doesn't need hands, it doesn't need a face, and you can ask it anything, it will give you answers back. And in the robotics world, it still feels like no matter how advanced things are and how impressive they look, there is still a huge void between what we're able to see just in pure software forms and what we've seen in the movies, which I think is going to be a long, long way away. Maybe for the better, I don't know. But
so 2024 could be the year of the AI software, but it will take a lot longer for robotics to get there, if they ever do.
Yeah, I think, we've spoken to experts for the episode and for the series. Realistically, we're talking decades before we have anything that is like Sophia, that is practical and useful in a sense to your eye, or having in a home. And in the intervening years,
the prototype for nothing now.
Right. That's it's a dress rehearsal.
And it's them
a dress rehearsal,
pretending to be somebody else. What the heck?
That's what I'm saying. Is it not nonsense? Is it not? Is it
all right? We got you, Snakies.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to figure out where's the amazement. It's a sensationalizing, a loop of sensationalizing the same thing over and over again. We need a palate cleanser. So I'm not going to play any more of that, but I'm just not impressed with Sophia. Sorry, expert. I'm sorry, I'm not impressed. So, but I appreciate you guys for coming on. This is a little bit. This is not quite thematic, but in some ways it is. We've talked about Yuval Noah Harari and what he thinks about a useless class, but then we're going to be replaced by that. I don't think so. Marcy, I don't think so. Try again. Come again in 10 years. Come back in 10 years. We're the experts on this show. We're the experts on this show. So what I'll do is there's some other things.
Yeah, these are some sick stuff.
There's some things I may come back for, but I'm telling you, it's YouTube is definitely not the same. It's not the same. I'm not saying that they're not censoring, but they certainly are still censoring. But there's the opportunity. I don't know, if you struck on the wrong chord, then your chance of even growing another channel to me seems to be impossible. Like once you kind of get blacklisted, you can't. They won't even let you come up on something else. You know, they won't even let you springboard or grow in another way. It's just like you're pretty much blackballed, or for the lack of a better word, blackballed. Sophia
Yeah, and then they'll
Ball.
replace you with some social influencer that they chose, right?
Right. Like if I were walking through here with a hairbrush and say, "Hey, my hair
That's
is
what
really
they
nappy.
do.
My
They
hair is
want
really
to
nappy
stomp our
today."
voices out.
Right. If I was walking through here talking about P. Diddy and the TD Jakes scandals, or saying, "Oh, I really need to get my relaxer today," or "I really need to brush out. I really need to decide whether I'm going to cut my hair out and go natural." You know, I get all the feels, or talk about how I'm a victim of racism and isms, and I'd get 50 views a minute or something. I don't know. 50 views is 30 seconds.
You have all kinds of views. Yeah.
So yeah, but that's just where it is.
It's okay. I mean, your views, Autumn, are natural, though. They come from people wanting to actually hear the words coming out of your mouth. Same with my channel. It's like, too bad. YouTube, we don't care. We're not looking for a gaggle of folks, big fat liars to tickle their ears. We want to tell the truth because we've seen it and to know. That's why we can't be, elevated on this platform ever.
No. But you know what? I'm going to say, Marcy, if you got any, I appreciate you for lending me any scripture you want to give us for these times and this quote season. And no, I tell you what, I would be remiss. They're probably going to give me a copyright strike for this, but I don't care. I wanted you to see this White House masked video. I don't do this kind of stuff, but I don't even care. Go ahead and ding me with a copyright. They give me copyright dingies all the time. So go ahead and make my copyright. Make my copyright. So let's see. We'll put it here. I do think this has little or nothing to do with holidays. If that's what you're doing, it just looks a little bit. It's just ultra uber weirdo stuff going on. It does look like the Hunger Games. We're talking about dramatic makeup. We're talking about, to me, pagan images of animals.
It looks like a mockery.
A bunch
of crazy clown, like one of their mansion parties.
Oh yeah, it does.
It
looks like
we
they're
can't
like
speak the RC.
Right,
they always
right.
have parties like this. Everybody dresses up like clowns.
Okay, so here you go. So I'm saying
That's
also
very
that
disgusting.
Like this person, who knows what we're seeing is even real. Like, let's look at this. And of course they had to put a bunch of crayons of black folks. They got a bunch of black folks tap dancing around. Oh, is that what this is about? Here we go. Gotta make sure we get our black folks tap dancing. What are you talking about? We're talking equity, inclusion, and pantyhose, and
Come on now, step and fetch it.
Yeah, we're talking about a vaudeville freaking show. Damn near, how short is it on blackface? I don't know. Let's go ahead and play it. Let's play it. Go ahead and ding me. Ding me if you're.
So the theme is magic, wonder, and joy, and features members of
a
New York City-based dance troupe performing an interpretation of the Nutcracker suit. Well, one blogger says that the video gives.
Wait a minute now. I didn't want to hear. This is not the one. I want to go with the one that's just plain folks bopping around. I don't want to hear her commentary. We could think for ourselves. We could come up with we come up with some of our own words for this circus, hocus pocus, circus. But I don't. Why don't they go ahead and just push the whole set of the White House down? Knock that over too. How many masked people are in there? Just show all the masks. Pull it out. Pull out the mask.
Exactly.
Show
And
your
take
mask.
off that. Look, take off that Biden mask and let's see
That guy looks
who's really under
different.
there. And I bet
He looks different every time they turn around.
Mhm.
He looks
I
like
bet you the one under it's got great big tooth smile, you know.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna play this. I mean, I don't care to hear. I don't want any season's greetings from the White House. I don't need your fakery. No, thank you. I don't. No, thank you. Okay, please and thank you, but no, thank you. So here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna screen it so you can see it all and dance to it and whatever you guys feel like you want to do. Okay. All right. So let's just go with it. It just does look like something out of a fun house. I don't know, but here we go. Wait, that's not okay. But as you can see, it's a little clownery. It's a little clown showish, right?
We live in clown world.
I mean, nothing is real. Like, why don't they go ahead and pull out Willy Wonka?
You're right. Like they're trying to blur the lines between reality and fantasy.
Right? Why don't they just go ahead and pull out don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain kind of a deal. Why don't they just do that? Like the Oz. Okay, so hang on. I'm gonna put this one on here. We're gonna share this tab instead.
Yep.
I don't know. I think even Sammy Davis Jr. would be offended with some of this stuff. It's just, here we go. And 3, 2.
Autumn.
I mean, so look at the imagery. I'm just saying this pagan stuff,
and look at that
pigs and gazelles and sea queens, like that mask. All that stuff is wicked. Here, let me back it out here.
Yeah.
So what is that? That's a
You
pig
see that
snout
blue?
right there. Yep. There's a pig.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's a big
Or a
pig
sheep.
schnoz. Hang on, let me back it up. It's like you can't concentrate in a clown town. You know, everything you jumping out at you is a freaking fraud. Push down the whole, that's like the whole case. So now for our next show, our next trick, we're going to show you that the whole White House is a set. Push down the walls.
So let me explain. These are tap dancers at the White House.
Oh, see, of course you got the elite commenting on, oh, it's so great. It's so great. Look at it, so great. It's great because it's great. And you guys got to be crazy to say it's not great.
Oh my.
I mean,
it's offensive.
It's like we're all tap dancing for some butter biscuits. Hey, for the race baiters, aren't y'all tap dancing for? Didn't y'all have enough tap dancing for them butter biscuits from Massa and the good old butter biscuits? You got to do it in the White House now. See that clown show? That I'm telling you, it's just, I don't know. It's more insulting to me than anything. It's like, is that what we're about?
Yes. Definitely.
Tell everything's fine. Everything's
that's
just a
what
bowl of
they're about.
laughs. Oh my
The Huxleys.
Yeah, why don't we all just
right?
walk around and
One of them said, the Huxley brothers, one of them wanted bread and circus, and the other one was, what was it? Sex and something else. But I mean, both dystopian in the end.
Right.
But it's
right.
all about the circus, all about the clown show, all about the gladiator. Give them all the food and sex they can want. You know, just go down any corner. There's pharmacy on each side, a liquor store, and a food store.
Right. I'm just looking at these I mean, I haven't even been in the White House, but I don't think I want to go. Look at this. I'm seriously. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I know about
here's a
that color.
poll. Well, it says, what did you think of the Nutcracker tap dance video? I mean, I don't think, to me, I don't know if that was at the mall, maybe. Would you expect this at the mall, or what carnival do you want? I wouldn't pay money to go see that. I wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. How about the dollar? How about the dollar bill? White House, in God we trust. What God? That didn't look like in a God you trust, except for maybe the God of this world, the clown show runner. Come on now.
I mean, yeah, I'm like, well, yeah, but then they used your taxpayer dollars to pay for that, all that clownery. I'm not.
Yeah, don't even get me on that one, Autumn. I'm so mad at them about my Social Security alone, how much they've robbed me of, and I'll never see it.
Well, here's the other thing. That's that clown KJP. She says, "Oh, well, they were supposed to do their work for the people of Ukraine. That's before they go home for the holidays." But oh my God, she was saying that, that's the job. That's Congress. They're supposed to spend our money on
that one.
Wars. That she is, to me, diabolical, and I don't know. I'm like, you guys couldn't find anybody else that was you mean there were no other black people that were more qualified than her? She's about as prepared. She's not even. I've seen high school students that are prepared with the morning announcements better than she is. It's like, you haven't even been briefed. When did you get briefed on any of this? Because you look like you're just flying by your styling gel or your styling products in your hair. I don't know what you're doing, but you're lying.
Yeah, I
you're
don't know who's
lying.
worse, her or Penske. They're both were equally as irritating, and they're both redheads. And how come they're looking for a red heifer? You see? Why are you guys looking for a red heifer at that White House every day?
She made a comment about, oh, I know Americans feel like things are unaffordable. I'm like, oh my gosh, feel there again.
Really?
You can't demonstrate a feel how anybody feels. It's do you have the money? Is it costing you more or not? And you just keep spinning these narratives. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. Like I sit through those press. I sit through those. To me, those aren't even press conferences. It's more like she's acting out on people like she's their Barbie doll, or she's more like a pundit. She's not a secretary. She's not. She has no idea what she's talking about. She's gonna refer you. She acts like AI. Some stiff version of AI is what she acts like. But I want to thank you guys so much.
He's a good guy.
What's that?
I said she's always fighting with that African dude.
Oh yeah,
he's
a good guy. I don't know what that is. I don't know what
he asks all about. Reasonable questions, and she gets all offended because she's you know who. She likes the same.
Right. There you go. Well,
maybe.
Well, Marcy T, I
she
appreciate
hates her African heritage. I don't know.
There's something going on there. It's deep rooted. But I want to thank Marcy T for coming on and Uncool Paranoia. Marcy, would you like to leave us with any words of wisdom? Because I'm going to make like a banana and split into the useless class of reality. I miss you. I know. I miss everybody. Shout out to Derek.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. And
Derek C.
Yeah, Williams, I just saw Freedom's March yesterday for the first time.
But you know what? I saw one of his weeks ago, but it's not the same. It's not. It's really not.
Because they've freaking kicked us so much, we're bent over now. Can't even do it anymore. I don't go on very much either, but I've been posting on community. But yeah, just keep looking up, guys, and hang in there, because no matter how bad it looks, just keep standing. And if you keep continuing to stand looking up and you don't flinch, you don't hide away, we have to, the more truth will come out, because they're going to see that you're not budging from your stance and you're persevere. So, I mean, we've already kicked their butts for whatever that's worth, right? They would not be trying to keep us down so badly, Autumn, if we weren't telling the truth and had power.
Precisely.
So, just like we know, in order to see who the enemy is, just see who. Just see who you
I mean, and they've been doing it.
Criticize. That's what we do. And if you're being, and if you're being held down here in YouTube land, well, there's a reason, because they're scared of you. Why else would they fight little old me and you? We ain't nobody, but yet we can't do nothing on here. So just keep looking up, people. Our redemption is coming. Love you, Autumn.
Love to you too, Marcy. And I will see you guys. Who knows? Maybe I'll come back later. I've got some extra time to deal with some of these topics. The unmasked singers. I'd love to. I'm not a decoder or I'm not a soothsayer or any of that, but there's just some twisted stuff going on in entertainment, because it's entering people and it's containing them. But I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll check back in with you later. Okay, guys? Take care. Leave comments in the comment section on any of the topics. Yuval Noah Harari, Jane Goodall, Sophia and her band and her batch. And thanks so much for Marcy T, as well as Uncool Paranoia, for coming on. I really appreciate it. All right, guys. I will see you later. Take care for now.